They're huge. They're explosive. And they're a total blast. Multi-step machines where each action triggers the next action. They're called chain reactions. We're challenging two teams to build amazing, ingenious, mind-blowing machines in only 5 days. And just when they think they're done,
I think we should give them some kind of monkey wrench.
we send them a last-minute link that must be included in the middle of their machines.
What are we gonna do with this?
We'll decide the winner.
The winner is...
We're not looking for a better mousetrap.
Oh my God.
It's art and engineering colliding. Get ready. Unchained Reaction starts now.
Welcome, Team Juggernaut.
Welcome, Team Super Special.
Your theme? Tools. We want to celebrate the one thing that makes our job easier every single day.
Your first challenge is to determine how your machine is gonna start.
Jamie and I will be back at the end of the week to judge which team has the more impressive machine.
Now, we have to go back to M5, but Charles Hain is here to keep an eye on you throughout the build.
Charles has over a decade of experience with mechanics and will help you problem solve as you build.
In our warehouse, we have 2 identical sets of tools and materials for each team to build their chain out of. I'm going to be checking in with you throughout the build so that when they're back at the end of the week, you guys will have built the most awesome chain reaction you can.
We'll be looking for the most innovative and creative devices.
All right, guys, well then follow me. Go!
The teams will be separated from each other for the next 5 days.
Oh, dude, check out the mini bike, bro. Did you even see the mini bike, dude?
Can we blow something up in the microwave?
All this stuff we can use to blow up, to break, whatever we need to do.
The competition won't be easy. Jamie and I are looking for both teams to think outside the box and create the most inventive multi-step machines with a minimum of 10 steps.
Oh, it's like Christmas.
It is like Christmas.
We have a power lift.
We've got fans and umbrellas and all kinds of things that we can lift up or push across or whatever. How about we set up so that our dummy, say he's got this task list.
It's a work saver?
Yeah,
So he uses
the tools are saving his work.
Our team's theme is to use the stuff that we have to get tasks done.
So he can relax and chill in the pool.
Looks like the designers on Team Super Special have their to-do list ready, and the construction workers on Team Juggernaut have the blueprints for their own machine.
Let's build a mock construction site, all right? We're the bumbling construction workers, okay? Since we're all builders, we came up with a job site gone awry. I wanted to start our reaction with the job site and how it could go wrong right from the start.
The way that our machine works is we got PJ, he's cutting a door opening. He knocks a piece of wood out. Buckets of tools dump out. When they hit the ground, pulls the legs out from under the ladder. When that gets pulled down, the baseballs roll down our gutters, activates the belt sander, tires roll forward, the panorama swings down. As the bowling balls get into the net, it drops down to the ground. The worst possible thing that could happen is a whole entire wall falls down. We make it happen. There's a dummy taking a nap because there's always dummies taking naps on job sites. The dummy slides down. It knocks out pieces of wood holding up a ramp. When the ramp falls down, it pulls the top off our barbecue, which Danny is barbecuing at, triggers another pyrotechnic burst of flames, and that's our finale.
Let's build that first room. Let's do it 8 feet. My worries about the other team, they're a different breed than us. I think my fears about their team is they may have a more intricate machine.
Well, let's get some lumber, huh?
Let's get some lumber and bring it out.
All right.
Team Juggernaut is wasting no time in rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty. Team Super Special, on the other hand, is still figuring out the plan for their dummies chore list.
We get them sweep up some trash, clean windows, do the laundry, rake the leaves.
Our machine starts in the kitchen with our dummy getting a honeydew list shown to him on a lazy Susan. He sits forward, slams his head into the table out of frustration. Table gets cleared, which then transitions into the laundry room. Ends up knocking the soap into the laundry machine and triggering the next event, which is in the garage. we are rotating the tires, which we have the tires rolling uphill. Once they get to the top, those tires then run into a metal pole, and now we're into our transition to the out of doors. We've got a bowling ball, rolls down a ramp, and shoots it all the way across the yard. And the rain comes. So the water from the rain ends up filling up a cistern with a siphon going from the cistern into a potted plant. So we have a blooming flower. And we have to demolish a fence. That triggers a sledgehammer, comes down, smashes bricks. Those end up in a wheelbarrow. We light the grill, and we have our dummy celebrate. He's completed all of his tasks. He goes for a swim in the pool, and we have fireworks and a giant finale. There's going to be a lot of opportunity within this for us to come up with cool stuff and be inspired.
Team Super Special has an ambitious plan. They're going to need to work fast if they want to pull it off. On the other side of the wall, Team Juggernaut is building away on their start link of their job site gone awry.
We have to mark exactly where the ladder is going to be.
All right, so what's going to happen is the roof is going to fall down. It's going to pull a pulley, which is going to cause a ladder to pull out. A bunch of tools fly off the roof and dump everywhere.
Over on Team Super Special's side, the design of their start link is still going on.
We're going to be able to pull our dummy down without actually needing a whole lot of force back there.
It's a classic pulley system.
Yes. Our machine opens with our dummy getting a honey-do list shown to him on a lazy Susan, and he gets frustrated and slams his head into the table.
What's it gonna do? We gotta figure out what this does before we get there.
Well, we're trying to figure that. We have to figure that out.
That's what I'm trying to get you to do.
We just got to this point.
The designers are great with ideas, but they still haven't figured out how the dummy is going to slam his head. With the end of the day approaching, the teams must rush to finish their first link to test for Charles.
Juggernauts, how we doing?
Good, Charles. How you doing?
When Charles came in, I was a bit nervous. I didn't know what he was going to do or what he was going to say.
What are we in the middle of?
All right, we're doing our first reaction. I'll be the one to start up the reaction. So what I'm gonna do is cut the 2x4. When the 2x4 falls, it's gonna pull the pulley this way. The pulley's gonna be hooked up to the ladder, catch the ladder, paint bucket falls.
So are we gonna test this?
I was really nervous to see if it was gonna work, actually.
Why am I smiling at all of this unsafe behavior?
Because it's good stuff.
It's just really deeply satisfying to watch everything go awry like that. So the storytelling is definitely there, but
I don't necessarily feel like all of the building and construction is related to the tool theme.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about the ability to continue the intensity the whole time.
Yes, sir.
Team Juggernaut will need to craft a new blueprint incorporating the theme of tools in their construction site. Now it's Super Special's turn. Have they had time to pull together their start link?
Super Special.
Yes.
Yes, sir. What are we in the middle of here?
All right, we got it all ready
about
to go.
to attempt our very first failure. Love getting my hands dirty. It's something that I don't do enough of at work. So the likelihood of the first test we do of it working flawlessly is really small.
So step one, triggered by a person.
Yes, busting the husband's, you know what.
He's so disappointed because now he's got this giant honeydew list. This machine, though, is going to come through and perform all of his honeydew tasks for him, so that in the last scene, we're seeing him chilling by the pool.
Gotcha.
We're starting the narrative with this one. All right,
Well,
are we
let's
ready?
see it. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Go. Fail.
Failure succeeded.
That didn't work. What was it?
Okay, what happened?
I think our dummy needs to be a little bit closer.
Bowling ball's not heavy
It's
enough.
not heavy enough.
There's a bungee cord holding that door.
No, we got that taken care of, but the door's
we need-
still...
No, it's not the weight. If you look, it's that you missed your pulley. So I'm worried that it's going to take a little bit more time than you think. I would far rather you guys be testing, tweaking, testing, tweaking. You guys seem to have your work cut out for you. You have to step it up.
It's day 2 of 5, and after their unsuccessful test for Charles, the designers on Team Super Special must regroup and find a new plan to execute their machine.
Now that we have yesterday's experience under our belt, make sure that everything we do moving forward is strategic, planned out, and not yesterday.
Yes.
In general, it's important for us to choose specific projects, assign specific people to those specific projects. The only way we're going to finish is to have people working on different aspects, everybody's working on the same thing, we'll never finish. Think of them as a self-supporting machine. When we found out we were going to be doing this, we should have gone home and actually tried building something in our own houses just to understand the difficulties that are inherent in it. It's just frustrating.
On the other side of the warehouse, Team Juggernaut took Charles's advice and is incorporating power tools in their machine.
Part 2 of our chain reaction is the job site gone awry. So we're gonna build a ramp, a belt sander. It's gonna fly down the ramp, up into the air, and then it's gonna trigger the next reaction.
Walk it up. We're builders. That's what we do as a profession. Ours is gonna be big and funny and explosive. And I think the other team, they're gonna have some intricate precision that we may be lacking. But I have so much faith in my team because we think quick on our feet.
Jamie and Adam told us to go huge. We are. We're gonna use up the whole warehouse.
This bolts right up to it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh, make a ramp.
Holy cow, man. We're gonna get some velocity on that belt sander, buddy.
The steep decline of the ramp will increase the acceleration of the belt sander to ensure maximum momentum for the jump at the end. Hopefully, achieving enough velocity makes the sander soar.
We've got a pretty good machine going. I'm not thinking that Super Special is going to be anything great big, you know, no big spectacular thing. It seems like we're going to have pretty good competition going.
All right, boys, we're gonna do our first test of this belt sander. We have never tested it before, so we don't know how far it's gonna go. We don't even know if it's gonna go. You count it out, Owen.
1, 2, 3.
Damn, I hate when things don't work. It's kind of top heavy, you know?
Yeah.
All you've got is some plastic rollers on the bottom, the motor's on the top.
Yeah.
If you put 2 sanders side by side and you put weight on top of one, it's probably going to take off faster because it's just going to grip before the other one will. We were having some problems during the test with one sander, and I think part of it's because it's got high center of gravity. So what I've done is I've attached some screws here to keep this together. It's going to be like 2 sets of wheels pulling this thing down the track. So I think we've got a pretty cool little machine here. 1, 2, 3.
That's cool.
Love it.
So let's check these guys out, see what's going on.
All right.
That looks like 2 belt sanders there to me.
Hey, gentlemen, it works.
I have to say, when we were first talking about this theme, the one thing I was thinking in my head that I didn't want to see was a belt sander being used like a vehicle.
Not exactly what I had in mind,
No.
but
Let's check out Team Super Special.
let's see how special you are.
Ta-da! Nice. There it goes.
That looks like a lot of work to make that work.
Yeah.
Once we get through that, it's like I feel like the rest of this is gonna go a lot faster.
We are still super special.
Their rig is crackling along nicely, and they're working really well together as a team.
Yeah.
I would hope that we'd see this, and these guys really delivered.
Day 2 is coming to an end, but Team Super Special is starting work on a link that they hope will make a stormy sensation.
I'm building this roof that's supposed to be raining on it.
There's gonna be gutters to catch the water?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We've got a bucket of water way up on the roof, and that water is then poured into a funnel, goes through a hose. We have an even distribution of water across an entire corrugated metal roof. Water rains down, then it comes down this rain chain made out of half soda bottles. The water ends up filling up a cistern into a potted plant. As the water levels equalize, our plant grows.
Lower this to the floor. When it starts rising, okay, now raise it.
Laura, lower yours. So the siphon works because gravity is constant everywhere. The higher the water is, the more gravity is acting on it. That's going to self-level the water as long as we have a constant connection of water from point A to point B. Hold this, the water level will always self-regulate, even if it has to go up a mile to get to it and then come back down. That's how dams work the world around. It's going to self-equalize, that's normal. So the water level is right about here, right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Which equates exactly
To there.
to here. As the water level rises, we have the plant sitting on foam, rises up through a constraint on top. So the higher it grows, the higher the plants grow. So we have a blooming flower.
Oh my God!
Oh, my Lord, it works!
Holy moly.
The plan to work in smaller groups appears to be paying off. As the flowers grow, so does their machine. Next door, Team Juggernaut is drawing up new plans for their construction site gone awry.
I think that if we had a seesaw, the seesaw could be holding up the tire, designers versus the builders. It's going to be interesting to see how builders would use those materials as opposed to these designers.
It can be like starting here on the wall and going this way.
Yeah, that's cool. But let's get to building, okay?
Let's get her.
When this ramp falls down, some tires are going to roll down. These tires, when they roll down, they're going to go across the floor to cause another reaction.
We're going to pull this in?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
When the tools fall down from the initial step 1 of the machine, we need hinges. Those tools are going to land on a mousetrap. The mousetrap is then going to pull a dowel out from under a hammer. That hammer is going to hit another dowel out that is holding up the end of a ramp, and then it just does this. It works.
Good. The ideas are flowing.
I can only imagine that Jamie and Adam, like, once we got the whole thing completed, they got to be impressed. They wanted us to go big. They wanted us to, you know, create some mayhem. I think they're going to love it.
You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
In order for this link to work successfully, the hammer must strike the dowel head on. If it's off by even a millimeter, the hammer will miss the dowel and the link will fail.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it missed the damn.
What happened? Thank God we're testing. What's going on? It has to be tighter or
the
what?
hammer needs to hit the dowel.
Can you tighten this up somehow?
Has nothing to do with it being tight. It has to do with...
Yeah, because there's too much play here.
No.
There's too much play here, Owen. Right here. So there's a margin of error. Look.
Okay.
Look, I'm looking at a half inch here. I'm not.
Relax, dude. Seriously, just a little bit relaxed.
All right. Well, look, this can't happen when we're on. We will not win if this happens.
So what's your solution here, PJ?
It's the beginning of day 3, and Team Juggernaut's job site gone awry has done just that. Yesterday, PJ blew up over a failed test.
Too much play here, Owen. Here, I'm not.
Relax, dude.
And now the tension is threatening to destroy the team chemistry.
It didn't all work, and I was a little bit upset about that. You know, I want it to work. I think I let into him a little too hard at that moment. All right, guys. Look, I overreacted a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm sorry about that. I really want this to work. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay, man.
All right?
Sorry.
I didn't mean to get on anybody. It's just, you know, since we're all builders, we want to build the biggest, best machine we could possibly get. Trial and error, gentlemen. Trial and error.
PJ has made amends with his team, and now they will try and get their link working. On the other side of the warehouse, the designers on Team Super Special are getting started on a link they hope will bowl over the judges.
Through the magic of magic, the bowling ball is going to miraculously fly through the air, land on the asphalt, go rolling up the hill, come back along the other side. It's going to hit this corner and go all the way to that string.
Similar to sinking a putt in miniature golf, all the angles in this link must be precisely aligned in order for the bowling ball to achieve the proper trajectory.
I tweaked it just a little bit by raising up the left side. Trigger is down there.
It worked.
With kinetic energy being constant, the bowling ball link comes together quickly and easily, allowing Team Super Special to move on to the next chore on their list, the laundry.
Shall we play with some baking soda?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So once our machine transitions into the laundry room, we have a bunch of shelves of tools and utensils that are over the laundry machine. They knock each other over, they travel around this whole board, ends up knocking the soap into the laundry machine, triggering the next event.
We want to raise the balls up, have them overflow like a volcano, and then we'll have the next trigger on the ground here.
Something that catches the balls.
Mixing vinegar with baking soda inside the washing machine should cause a bubbly eruption.
It's not overflowing. We need more something.
And it didn't all go.
Yeah, that's a problem. So we have to raise it, obviously, to this level even.
If this doesn't work, I think
We can make this work.
If we raise it, it'll work. It did go up all the way up to here. If I raise it up to here, it will overflow.
It will work. We just don't know how yet.
Let's fix it. I'm trying to think, how am I gonna fix this? We have time constraints. We don't know if it's really gonna work. We're starting to freak out.
Team Super Special will have to think quick to get their laundry room to have a big enough chemical reaction. Meanwhile, Team Juggernaut is working on a link they hope will help them sweep the competition.
I want to incorporate the bowling balls and the fans as a ramp. Once it releases, the fanorama swings down. The last one is going to tip the top bowling ball out. Those bowling balls are all going to be rolling down this ramp. They're going to get caught in a basket, which is going to pull a pulley and cause another reaction.
I haven't seen the competition, but I think that we've built taller, bigger, and I think Jamie and Adam are going to be pretty surprised when they see how much stuff we've built and how many tricks we've added to this chain.
We're about to do our first test. The whole point of this thing is to catch the bowling balls in this thing that was meant for a swing set, for like a baby to hang out in. Ready?
Yeah, let it go.
It's too shallow. So when the bowling balls go in, they fall out.
What's gonna make sure the balls get in there?
We could build like a little wall around it.
I could.
All right, let's check in on them.
Hey, I'm gonna test this one last time. There you go.
I can't see that being consistent. That's crazy. Let's check out Team Super Special.
We're gonna test the baking soda.
So you're hoping that you improved on what I designed?
Yeah. It's bubbling.
That's nice. It actually looks like it might be working.
Yeah.
What can we throw at them from our toolbox that might make this more interesting?
What do you say we give them something sticky as the missing link?
Absolutely.
With only 2 days left until Jamie and I judge the machines, we're throwing a challenge at both teams to test their ingenuity and inventiveness.
Juggernauts, Super Special. You guys know what this stuff is, right?
Duct tape?
Duct tape. This is the tool week. We figured we'd give you the ultimate tool. And Jamie and Adam love duct tape. They built a car lift out of it. They built bridges out of it. They've even built a boat out of it. Now, we're giving you guys 57 miles of duct tape to help you guys hold your chains together a little bit better, maybe take them to a new and interesting place. All right, everybody ready? Let's dig in.
Charles just brought us this giant pallet's worth of duct tape. Completely unplanned.
It's like duct tape heaven right here.
An army of duct tape, like 100 of them all rolling down one ramp. Like
Duct tape
with each other.
Tall bridge and rolling, bunch of duct tape rolling off.
Okay, so let's stick duct tape in our head.
Duct tape invasion.
Adding the duct tape to the mix has unfocused the team. Everyone's thinking, oh, we can do this with duct tape. We can do that with duct tape. If it had never showed up, I'd have been so much happier.
What do you think?
I think we were talking about using barrels at one point.
Yeah.
What if we somehow made it like a frame, at least, for like this big giant ball?
I like the idea of getting that big, huge duct tape ball just coming, shooting right down.
That's right.
Let's get to work, gentlemen.
Today we have more tape than we could ever want. And then also Charles told us that we need to incorporate it into our design. The way we're going to do it is we're going to take pieces of conduit and we're going to bend them into half circles and we're going to make a frame that's like a sphere. And then we're going to just wrap that whole thing in duct tape. We got 10-foot pieces of conduit, and so we know that the circumference is going to be 20 feet. Our radius is 3.1789. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a perfect half circle on the ground. So when we bend our pipe, we have something to match it to. Jamie and Adam saw what we have going on right now. I think they'd be pleased with what they saw. I know we're going to win. 9 more. Hey, PJ, how do you like the ball?
The ball looks amazing.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. And I'm sure you'll use that for your workouts when we're done.
Team Juggernaut is going big with their missing link, while Team Super Special has come up with a playful solution for their duct tape.
So, Marius, one of our dummies' tasks on his honeydew list is to play with the kids.
We created a swing set with the duct tape. Everything in the swing set is duct tape. The swing itself, the rope that ties the swing, a huge pendulum that swings from the rafters that releases a lever that starts the swing set.
That's basically what it does.
Super Special has gotten the swing of the missing link and avoided a sticky situation. Let's see how Team Juggernaut is coming along with their giant duct tape ball.
What do you got here, guys? You done with this? Oh my God, that looks great. It's unbelievable.
It took 24 rolls of tape.
Let's see what we've got here. All right.
Is this gonna roll straight or what?
They are using the duct tape everywhere. This is visually interesting.
It's also gargantuan.
Have you guys rolled this yet?
Not at all.
That might take out a dummy or two.
Well, and these guys, I mean, this is what they do. I would hope that we'd see this, and these guys really delivered. Let's check out Team Super Special.
When this falls, this one will now catch. So we're gonna get a delayed reaction from one swing to the next.
I like that.
Are we seeing enough tools, though?
That's true. They didn't really use them dynamically with the rig.
I'd be interested to hear what their explanation of the narrative is.
Yeah.
Because I'll wager that has a significant amount to do with tools.
Yeah.
With only 1 day left, both teams are hard at work as they try to complete the final links of their machines.
If one link doesn't work in the chain tomorrow, that would be extremely devastating.
As he's falling, we'll have the finale in the background.
Oh, so it's 2 triggers at a time?
Yes.
Okay.
At the end, our dummy's completed all of his tasks. He goes for a bungee jump, and we have fireworks and a giant finale.
The bungee we're working with is really thin, so we have to make a braid. And we made several of them to make it stronger.
For a successful test, the dummy needs to bungee jump down close to the ground and then spring back up.
We tried to utilize the tools wherever we could in a way that they needed to be used. And I really think it's going to come off successfully. I think Jamie and Adam are going to be impressed with our machine.
Lost his foot.
Yeah, I lost his leg.
Putting stuff together is taking us at least twice longer than we thought. And that kind of worries me. Am I nervous about tomorrow? Yes.
On the other side, the construction workers plan to blow things up for their finale.
We have some big things going on, some big reactions, and I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. Time is of the essence right now.
Pyro test, fire in the hole.
We're setting up the pyrotechnics on the barbecue. When the ramp drops down that's holding the big tape ball, it lifts the lid off of the barbecue. That is wired so that when the lid gets lifted, there's a flash, Danny gets blown up. It's awesome.
What they want me to do is to be at the barbecue, and when the lid pops off, all of a sudden I get blown up. Yeah. When Jamie and Adam are looking at our machine, I think that they'll be impressed.
It's presentation day, and teams Juggernaut and Super Special are making the final tweaks to their chain reaction machine with a theme of tools. The time has come for Adam and I to check in on the machines and see who has made a more ingenious use of the theme of tools.
All right, everybody, Team Juggernaut, Team Super Special, stop your guys' work. It's time to gather around.
I see the other team's machine, and it's huge. They've got giant scale things. They've got walls. They've tied up to the ceilings, and I'm feeling a little bit intimidated.
Come on in.
Come on in.
When I saw Super Special's machine, I thought it was unbelievable. It looked so elaborate, and there were very minute details, and I'm a little bit nervous.
Well, remember the theme this week was all about tools, so we want to see how you did and what you did with that.
It's time to finally watch these two machines go. But before we do, I'd like to introduce you to our guest judge this week. She's from Caltech. She's a nanomechanical engineer and an award-winning scientist. Please welcome Julia Greer.
Hi, Julia.
Hi. Nice to see you. I'm really excited to be here. I'm really excited to see what you guys have done, because usually I work with these tiny nano-sized machines, but yours appear to be a little bit bigger, so I'm excited to see.
Well, without further ado, Team Juggernaut, Let's see what it's about.
All right, let's see.
As you can see here, this is the start of our job site that has gone awry. I'm gonna go on this ladder with the Sawzall, and I'm gonna cut this 1x right here. The 1x is gonna fall down with the tools on top. We have a lot of weight on top. The roof falls down, which as you can see is hooked up to our man who is taking a break while painting the wall. As the bucket drops, it's gonna pull the dowel. And if you can see that paint stick sticking out of the gutter there.
It pulls that out.
It pulls it out. We release 4 baseballs. They go down the gutter. And as they go down the gutter, okay.
Oh, duct tape. That's awesome.
Okay, so after the baseballs come down, what happens?
There's a switch sitting inside there that's actually going to release those 2 belt sanders sitting at the top of that ramp.
Okay.
So that's the end of this part of our reaction. Now we're gonna go to the back side.
All right.
When that light switch gets turned on, this drill spins. It pulls this dowel out that's holding this hammer. This hammer will drop down, knock that piece of wood out, which is holding the end of the ramp up, which will release these tires. The tires will roll forward over to this rope. And right here on the wood, we have nails, and it's right on the tip of the nail. So when those tires hit it, it pushes the rope out, which releases this pulley, which releases this machine.
Once these blades are released, the bowling ball will be released, drops all the way down. Dummy gets lifted up on the opposite side.
So the brooms swing over it. The last one's weighted just to help it swing a little bit more. And it hits the bowling ball at the top of 2 more fan blades. Basically, when it drops down, it hits another couple of bowling balls, which drop down into the net made of duct tape.
Nice.
When those drop down, you can see that there's another pulley going all the way up to the ceiling. We needed a way to hold up the wall. We needed a way to pull down the wall. So we just left the tire attached to it. And basically, this PVC pipe holds the wall up. It's back at a slight angle. So once that gets pulled out, the PVC pipe goes out and the wall falls down. So when the wall gets right about here, that's when it starts pulling the rope, which makes the table go up, and then the dummy rolls on the table.
This is a bad scene, what's going on here.
It's gonna get ugly real fast.
I see.
So the dummy slides under, and it knocks out these pieces of wood holding up 2 more fan blades. When that gets knocked out, these barrels start rolling forward, which knock out the steel structures. And you guys, again, brought us 57 miles of duct tape. Somebody came up with making a giant duct tape ball.
When that goes down over there, that lifts the lid off right here, and then the barbecue's going to explode when the lid just blows right off.
And that's because no matter how bad the job site is, at the end of the day, it's time for barbecue.
Exactly.
Why don't you guys get it set up and we'll watch the whole thing go.
Great, great.
All right.
All right, super special. Let's see what you got.
All right. So we will start sitting down, morning, beginning of the weekend. His wife walks up, spins the Lazy Susan with his list of chores on it, and that triggers a cue ball, runs down this track, hits the wire, unlatches this tips over, comes over here, releases our pipe bender, falls down, yanks 2 bowling balls. Those crash down. We have a pulley system intricately taken through his kitchen chair with a bicycle wheel and a few other pulleys. That forces his reaction of,
Smacks his head on the table.
Gosh darn it. The Lazy Susan goes flying over him. His golf club releases the bowling ball. That comes down, flips this switch, turns on our fan. While our fan is getting warmed up, the bowling ball continues, hits this plier to release his first task, clearing the table.
Oh, nice.
This is a Roman catapult system.
Oh, like a ballista.
Yeah.
Right.
And the broom also goes then too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're sweeping up our mess into our dustpan while we're cleaning the table, knocking off the cups and the plate and everything else.
Yeah.
By then, the fan's powered up, blows over this large Asian fan, his decorative element.
Oh, it pushes
comes
that
up,
over?
Yep.
Okay.
Tips over, and we begin our chain reaction in the laundry room.
The fly swatter hits the kitchen tools, and that creates a chain reaction which hits the hammer, and it's a domino effect, and it'll hit the washing machine soap, which goes on the washing machine. But it's actually vinegar, which creates a chain reaction with the baking soda, so it starts to foam over. And it also hits another trigger with the counterweight, which will activate the tires.
These tires rolling uphill?
Yes.
One of the things on the to-do list was to get the tires rotated.
Okay.
So the tires push the snowboard using this little tool here to release the bowling ball out of the attic, sending the bowling ball down the ramp, up the ramp here.
Oh, really?
Back down the ramp, ricocheting right through here, and bringing it right over to Marius.
After the bowling ball rolls over the trap, releases this screwdriver, releases the billiard ball, hits the breaker switch here, which turns the power on. That's when the lights goes on. The another task on the dummy's list was to do some gardening, to dig some holes. So he starts digging, but it's too late. He hits the pipe, water gushes, big water released. It falls down the roof, falls in the gutter, traveling that way.
Bowling ball or the shower?
There's water.
There's water.
And technically,
Water is coming out.
He's gonna clean the gutter.
Yeah, it's like a waterfall.
Oh, there's the
there's a cone. Yeah, it's construction zone.
And then when the water drains out at the end, then what happens?
We then have a siphon set up with glitter in it so we can actually see the water moving. So the cistern, he's actually harnessing the water coming off the roof to water the plants, one of his chores.
Wow.
So as we add the water here, we know that our water level there under the flowers is going to rise proportionally. So we actually have the flowers growing.
Oh,
Very nice.
that is really nice.
We have an open electrical circuit.
Oh, okay.
And when that water rises up, it's going to complete the electrical circuit. That electrical circuit comes over here to a pinball plunger, which is going to strike this metal ball. So he's going to take the fence down, and perching is also the annoying owl from the neighborhood. With the force of the owl, we're going to take down this brick wall. Sledgehammer's going to come down, take out the brick wall, take out the wheelbarrow.
So that hits the seesaw here, which is going to actually trigger two things.
This falls.
Yeah.
We have a giant magnet attached to this end. We're dragging it uphill, and there are smaller magnets of opposite polarity underneath each one of these shelves. As the magnet comes up, each one just flips, flips, flips.
That's great.
When this last one flips, it'll turn on the blender at the bottom, frozen margarita.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
Awesome.
That's really lovely.
The other switch coming off of the seesaw, we release the swinging duct tape wrecking ball, which comes down and helps him accomplish his next chore, which is playing with the kids.
Oh, wow, there's still...
Yeah?
Yeah.
That will come down and begin the swinging of the child.
So now we're in the backyard, and he has to mow the lawn. And what happens is the fishing line will hit this lever, which will pop the balloon. And when the balloon pops, all these pencils, which represents the grass, will actually drop. So it'll look like the grass got mowed.
That's nice.
That's awesome.
Thank you. And that activates the barbecue.
Fires up the barbecue, which is a giant flame, which we have a little bit of fishing wire here. That will burn through. The other child is over here, wants to play on the trampoline. When this second child jumps down, he's tied to the string coming up.
The father dummy is up there. So this rope releases him, and he bungee jumps and bounces back.
Yeah, we've got a kiddie pool so we can touch his hands in the water. And at that point, a grand finale of firecrackers.
Yep.
Celebrating. I not only got everything done, I'm still having fun. Still got to have my fun this weekend.
Well, listen, let's watch this story unfold. Why don't you set it up and let's watch it go?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go. Well, without further ado, Team Juggernaut, let's see what it's about.
This is the real deal here, you know, and we spent 5 days building this machine. You know, I want it to work. I'm just so excited to get this thing going.
Team Juggernaut, are you ready?
Yeah!
All right, start your device in 3, 2, 1, go.
That was wrestling.
Yeah!
Yes! Down they go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Bowling balls, bowling balls, bowling balls. Kitchen goes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, yes!
Well, shall we watch the other team's machine go?
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. All right, Team Super Special, are you guys ready? Yeah! I love the attitude.
I know that each machine works independently, but we have not tested it all the way through yet. So I'm totally nervous.
Start your device in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, honey, here's your to-do list for the weekend.
Oh, there it goes. Cleaning table.
Fan.
Tip over.
Wait for it.
Tip over.
Wait for it.
It's going.
Yes!
Vinegar.
Oh!
One. Wait
Wait
for
for
it.
it.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go. Come on, baby.
Come on.
Down there.
There goes the ball.
I can't believe that works. Come on, baby.
Wait.
Come on, you can totally do it. You totally are going to do it.
Wait for it. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes.
Oh, there goes the light.
It pulls that. Water's
Where's the water? Yeah. Let's see some siphoning action.
pouring down the gutter.
Yeah,
Oh, and there's the sparkles. You can see it's traveling.
So the flowers should start to come up.
Oh, there goes the fence.
Goes.
Hey, give yourselves a round of applause. Both of you delivered machines that worked, that had great fanfare, and had a great story. Team Super Special, your guys' narrative was hilarious. When I first looked at your device, I thought, what a freaking mess. I don't think this is going to work.
You're a little crazy. And, you know, I think it's the same reaction. It looked like a mess coming into it. That being said, the stuff was all quite poetic and really inspired.
One thing I was a little worried about is that there were some elements that were very well thought out and appeared to be very elaborate, and clearly a lot of thought went into it, but then there were some that were sort of more bare bones, just a little inconsistency.
Team Juggernaut, I walked in and I saw these big, beautiful, bold gestures, and I thought, this is what I've been wanting to see. It's precise and it's gorgeous.
What I really, really enjoyed about your guys' setup was how clean it was. I mean, it was very clear that you really put a lot of thought into it, but almost a little bit like, well, can you push yourselves maybe a little bit farther with it?
Juggernaut, very professionally done. No criticisms. It was excellent and job well done.
This was incredibly close. Ultimately, to us, it came down to the ones that gave a little bit extra and a little bit more of themselves. And that team is... Team Super Special.
I feel great. We worked so hard. We spent a week working on this. We had moments where we weren't going to get done. We had moments that we felt we had everything under control and we didn't. The whole spectrum, and to now have it behind us, it was just a wonderful experience. So much fun.
Guys, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I loved our machine. I thought it was pertinent to our personalities as builders. My team just coming up with some great ideas. It's just really, really been an amazing experience.
Good job.
Awesome.